They're staging little willow sticks right here. The beavers. You can see them, they've like nibbled. I think that those are harvested by beavers and stuck right there for tonight's work, I guess. We know that beavers have been maintaining wetlands and floodplains for millions of years.
Beavers are incredible for their industriousness and for their understanding of hydrology. This place, we call it Triple Creek, has a lot of ecological importance. And so we want to see this wetland be as healthy as it can.
I think beavers are the key to restoring the ecosystem functions of Triple Creek. We are at the Triple Creek Wetland Restoration Project. In 1998, there was a big flood event that basically caused Myers Creek to cut through the floodplain.
There was clear cutting in the upper part of the watershed, and then this big flood came down and the water just rushed through and it drained the wetland. The willow trees that used to thrive here, they died. And then the organisms that depended on them aren't here anymore. The invasive reed canary grass came in and populated the whole area that used to be a pond and is now a meadow and doesn't really allow anything else to grow.
What remained here was a non-functioning wetland.
But the people that take care of this land, that own this land, they see themselves as stewards of the land, and they invited OHA to work on their land.
Triple Creek project began in 2016 and has been this amazing collaboration of agencies and organizations and community members that have worked together to begin to restore this project.
The goal of this work is to restore a healthy ecosystem.
In order to do that, we are planting different plants in different locations, planting a diversity of native species, providing beavers with access to willow, red osier dogwood, and a whole variety of species. So this ecosystem can support as many species as possible. But we also want to help the creek bed to rise closer to the floodplain. We have added complexity to the system. So these are BDAs. They started as just woven sticks, but over time they're collecting sediment, and so we've actually been able to, the last few years, plant some willows right in the BDAs, and some of them survive.
We knew that we wanted to use beaver dam analogs as a process-based restoration technique, as a technique of working with nature to heal itself.
A beaver dam analog is a human-constructed coastline that mimics a beaver dam and has some of the same functions as a beaver dam, and we call them BDAs. There's 46 BDAs that have been installed.
This was one of the first projects in Washington State to implement these kinds of techniques on tributary streams in central Washington.
At the beginning of this project, a lot of sediment came in from upstream. The BDAs made a huge difference that first year in trapping sediment that was flowing.
The second thing that the BDAs do is that they slow the water down. And so as the water slows down, that sediment drops out of the water onto the bottom of the creek, and that helps build up the level of the stream bed. And that's another place where it's newly connecting. And over there.
Yeah, that's an exciting spot.
Yeah.
It's high enough that the water is flooding onto the left bank over there, and I think this is the first year that we've seen that.
And it's that water table being nearer the bank of the stream that allows the creek to jump out and wet the ground during the spring flows, providing the riparian vegetation that will shade that stream and help keep it cooler. This project has a huge water quality benefit.
Water is really important all throughout the West, and one of the big goals of this project is to store and filter water so that downstream people and wildlife and plants have a source of clean, plentiful water all year long.
Oh, there it is.
Is this the one?
Whoa, no, they just cut this down.
Oh my gosh.
The most exciting thing that's happened in the last week is that we've got beavers on site.
It's so exciting. It's so unbelievable. This is like the whole goal, is to make it so that beavers have enough food and habitat to take up residence and start managing the wetlands.
We now have help. You can see where the beavers have come in, and some of the willows that we've planted that have reached maturity, they're picking the best pieces that they like to use, and they've stuck those into the structure, and they are using their artful expertise to make that structure function better.
That's the one that the beavers are working on. They see it as a place where the water can get spread out. And, you know, we're not that good at beaver dam making compared to a beaver, right? So I think they're like, well, this is like the furthest along.
Seeing beavers come back and working on our project area is like really thrilling.
Because this project was the first of its kind in this area, organizations and agencies have both come here and learned and have then implemented their own BDA projects elsewhere in the area. You're seeing your stream bed come up. You're seeing new places where native plants have either naturalized or are expanding. You're seeing more birds. You're seeing more wildlife. We're seeing beaver now. We've got otters here. We've got amazing diversity of wildlife, and we're just at the beginning.